It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Taylor now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd down and 7.
Now it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Burrow. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor.
And he's got the 1st as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On the option to give to Taylor here. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. try and throw for it with Burrow. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they got it inside the 10 at the 8.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up first to goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Jonathan Taylor, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's a 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. From the gun, Jackson. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Renfro. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys.
Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taylor now from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got Jack Doyle.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now Burrow on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Here we go, here we go. Game plan.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Caught, Kelce, left side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
On third down, here's Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Now a give to Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 46 yards on the ground for him so far.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
4 yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10. Now Burrow. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
On third down, it's Taylor, and he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, all knotted up at 7. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second down and goal. Burrow. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Bills. Travis Kelce, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. James Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here complete to Kelce. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be taken down at the 26. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Jackson going to run. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
2nd and 11. Now Jackson. And a dump off here to Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, we've often talked, and rightly so, about how great a story James Robinson was last year. Undrafted as a running back to over 1,000 yards rushing as a rookie. But what gets lost, especially for being a big man like he is, he's a great asset as a pass receiver, too. 49 catches for close to 350 yards.
And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off, and the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he stopped immediately there. Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Burrow. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
65 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor,
his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bills have broken the tie.
extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
No, we changed it.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
They go play action with Jackson. Caught out right by Renfro. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, report. Report. Back to you. I'm going back to you.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
It's down to the 35. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On third down, Jackson. Ertz has it left side. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Jackson now. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Khalil Mack. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
You say Khalil Mack and offensive coordinators get very, very nervous, and there's another example of exactly why. 9 sacks in 2020. He's been named to 6 consecutive Pro Bowls and been an All-Pro in 2 of the previous 3 seasons in Chicago.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Renfro. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. Robinson's got it. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Robinson now off the option. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. James Robinson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and...
There he goes, right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jonathan Taylor
75 yards. And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. A big play there for KC.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. James Robinson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Important extra point up and through. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Throwing, Burrow. Finding Kelsey, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I like what they did there, still keeping their tight ends involved. They understand it's not quite Hail Mary time just yet.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And
3rd and 13 here. The defense in a dime look. Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Nick Bolton. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time. The team.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Taylor now from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Juwan Bentley. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. One, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback.